and gentlemen, boys and girls, you know damn well what time it is. You know who I be, and you know whose hands these are. Of course, whose hands are these? I want you all to say hello to the massive hands of the Ogre. What's up,
hello.
Bro? There you go.
I'm the wielder of the 2 tons of hamhock.
This man has been on the Brody Squad. He's been on a lot of shit. Keep your hands in here, man. This is the hand episode. We're hand models now. Hand models. Seriously, he's one of the guys who has like the biggest hands in comparison to even my own. If I have powerful hands, oh, this nigga right here. This is the dude who you want fisting a motherfucker. I'm just saying. Anyway.
I've tried. I've gotten a lot of rejections on the sheer size of it.
Sheer size?
Sheer
size.
Shut up my English.
So anyway, this is technically the first video straight talk, which it wasn't supposed to be this. I had this idea for a video where I'm all like serious and shit, and I'm like, I will offend you. I'm going to piss you off. I'm going to say things you don't agree with, and above all, but you know, I prefer this. We have a bunch of books here that I need to sign for my editor, Elizabeth Robbins, and she does great work. But she had ordered these a while back, and I haven't had a chance to really sign them and send them back. So I'm gonna sign them tonight. I got a homeboy, helping out, hanging out with me. I'm gonna edit all this shit later on, so it looks good. Don't worry. So with that stated, we're just gonna chat also about a certain character that we are going to develop right now for the Generalist, which, for those of you who don't know, but you should. For the most part, I think you're just casually flipping everyone. Stop. So, I love you. Now, so we're going to be developing a particular character based on another one of his homegrown characters, who we're going to port over to the Generalist. Funny story, this is not the first time I've done this. I've actually taken one particular character from a mutual friend of ours, Ace. I know you're listening, bro. Jude Maxwell. For those of you who have read and you've seen at least Taboo, which one? Actually, no, in the double feature show. In the double feature show, the second half, Where's the Beef? We actually introduced a character named the FBI agent Jude Maxwell, and he's the one that I got from Ace's particular series. Now, with that stated, Kegro Magefang is a character that I have had, as he's over here drinking a Monster, I've had the honor of working with and seeing in the games that we've played together and such, different RPs and everything, role-playing and such games. And for the most part, I like Kegro, and he's actually legit. Hey, shut up! He's a good character.
No, he is.
He's
just. I kind of want to piss off all the SJWs that might be saying this because of being of partial Jewish heritage. He is the epitome of this world's Lord of Shylocks. He will wheel and deal, and he will rip you off, and you will smile and thank him for it.
Oh God! So with that stated,
I know if Jay wants,
that caught me off.
But if he wants to, he can edit that shit out. But
actually, I was going to point out, anytime you say something on accident, or if you don't feel like you like it, let me know. I will edit it out. For instance, you call me Jay. I'm Thomas here.
No, the duder.
That's cool. The duder, yeah. But so where were we?
The man of many names.
Kegro.
Yeah.
So suffice it to say, I like the Kegro character, and he actually has what's the word? He's canon in the series anyway, because through Gervais Saint Germain, GSG, and strangely enough, now when I first made GSG, he wasn't Kegro's high priest at the time. It wasn't until we talked about it, and you're like, he's mine.
That didn't happen until well after Kegro got established with his bank and brokery.
Well, yeah, but that was all before Neo Tokyo Unit 13. Which, of course, is the interdimensional twin of Neo LA. They touch at the edge. They touch tips. So, see, now we can pleasure the gay crowd.
If I had some extra finger skin, we could have docked.
Wait. Wait, so... make sure your face is hands only. Hands on only. So, why did I do this video?
Because you were lonely and I had no time, but I could come over and hang, so we decided to do this.
I'm gonna edit that shit out because we're cool guys and we don't need to do.
No.
So it's enough of the hand puppets. Oh God. Oh shit! What are you doing? Don't be doing that. He's doing some helping shit from like the Dark Crystal or from Labyrinth. Oh God! There it is! There it is! There it is! Fuck! So we created GSG, and that was the Brownstone group, which is also in Neo LA, once again, the Generalist. The Brownstone group is the only bank of all of Neo Tokyo after the corporate wars. And then GSG, I created GSG. After you heard about him, you liked him so much, you're just like, well, he's Kegro's high priest. I'm like, what? But it worked out well, and the character dynamics are so good that I had to bring that shit over. There is a dimensional twin to GSG in the Generalist, but he is slightly different. Unlike Chow, who's also a Neo Tokyo. Shut up.
You eat taco peanuts and give you great strength and stamina.
He was such a racist character, but he was fun as fuck. Hey, Chow was good shit, dude.
You drink Cobra Venom. You do this all day.
Suffice it to say, even though there's only one Chow due to his power, and he is of a power level that's like insane. But even though there's one Chow and one Chow's store, there is at least two Gervais St. Germains. The difference is, and I'll ruin this much right now, the difference is that the GSG on Neo Tokyo's side, Unit 13, he saved his son. He was able to actually rescue his son when he got kidnapped. And even though his son is a quiet type and didn't talk until he was 20 because of this situation, I mean, he was really traumatized. But the GSG on the Generalist side did not. And that is where those two split. Now, the thing is, though, he's still GSG, even now. Even though he doesn't have kids, he does have several clones. I won't talk about it. Of course he has several clones. But even though it's a different GSG, he's still the same GSG. He is still the High Priest of Kegro. This is canon. Even though I don't name Kegro, I do mention in Taboo 3, I think, actually, Taboo 2, Angle of the Angels. It's mentioned that he's the high priest of a lucrative god, dark god of Mercantile. That was it.
Yeah,
Dark god of Mercantile, which is Kegro.
Yeah.
Now,
he was the man who could get what you wanted when you wanted, but for a very steep price, and you had to sign a contract.
True.
But on the bright side, if you did sign the contract, he would keep his word. He was contractually bound due to his nature.
But we also had... Okay, so for part of the game of Neo Tokyo Unit 13, where these characters are... They actually begat Neo Los Angeles. I will never forget my roots. The fact that Unit 13, even though chronologically speaking they are happening at the same time... Well, I think it's like a year difference between the two. Whatever. Yeah, something like that. It's like
negligible.
When Harkonnen Craze dies in Neo Tokyo Unit 13, which is a very... And I don't mind spoiling that, because it's actually a multiverse-wide event, believe it or not. She died, and Overpowered died as a human, so to speak. She accepted death. And Overpowered doesn't need to die unless it's by the hands of another Overpowered. Then that's the only thing that can cancel each other, you know what I mean? The only thing that can cancel somebody with 1,000 points of Gnosis is another person with 1,000 points of Gnosis. She died and you remember that event. She died majorly, but it was important, you know, because it proves that they can choose to die. They can choose to take that route. Now, it's more of a personal thing. It's like discovering a new faith or some shit. For the Overpowered, that's important shit. But with that... Wait, what the fuck are they talking about?
Craze. Kicking the bucket.
There was something before that. Whatever, I'll edit out later.
We were on Kegro, so
true.
Topic.
Well, the thing is, I do gotta... Oh, that was it. The thing is, I do gotta point out that Kegro is... Now, technically, he is legit canon, a higher god, as of the Generalist, as of the contents that we're currently going through right now. But Kegro is also canon now, and I'm still gonna keep that. That Kegro is the only one who discovered the shortcut, because in the games, in the RP games, if you become an Overpowered, or if you become a higher god at least, then that'll take your character out for at least 100 years, thus ending your character in the game. Everybody should have a fail-safe like that. I'm just saying, when it comes to role-playing games. Yeah, you understand. You're a GM.
But, yeah, when we first brought him in, he was just sort of we need a quick fix for some merchandise.
So he was just really cool. I liked what I heard.
I gave you a description of him, and you're like, quick, let's try and roleplay something sideboard so I might get an idea on whether to bring him in. And we did, and he's like, this guy is fucking amazing.
He was good. Now, we do have to make some things, because in the games, in the role-playing games, not the published books, he's the son of Tiamat. correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we can't use that.
No.
But I have something else.
We did have to retcon at least that name, so we kind of have to work around it.
Well, also, we can't have a five-headed dragon goddess.
No,
but
we can have a 20-headed one.
She's a Hydra, bitch. Don't get started with me.
Hey, Hydra!
No! Suffice it to say...
Mommy, no!
Ballard Stern is a completely different thing, and I do not have... Ballard Stern does not have a dimensional twin.
Oh, thank
As far
God.
as I know. I might do that, but I can't pull off the rape jokes like I used to, especially male rape, especially...
Oh, yeah.
It was all in his head, so there's that too. So it's just this is not do Ballard Stern.
No,
I don't need.
He's better left on the table.
Yeah, I don't need a massive berserker muscle man wearing a teenager as a condom while floating on his tiptoes, yelling out, "Mommy, no!
Grandma, no!"
Oh my God! I'm gonna have to edit out some of this. I think.
Oh, that's fine.
Probably gonna keep that shit. I don't know. Like I said, we'll see. Characters, I love characters, and for all that, we are still in season. As of this recording, we are in season 0 world building. So there's that. But for the most part, we are going to be discussing a character, and this will give you guys a little bit of an idea of how I operate. Oh, there you go. How I operate, and how I sometimes throw other people's characters with their permission. You give me permission?
Oh
right?
yeah, I gave you permission for a handful of them.
Yeah, handful.
All the characters that I can hold.
Many. These look big, strong hands, don't they?
Like big, strong. Wake him up.
A friend of mine, a homegirl of mine from Britain, Alex Bevan. What's up, baby? Did I say that right? Did I say that right? Bevan? Whatever. So
Bevan.
Alex, she's a YouTuber, and she does a lot of stuff on YouTube. And she actually likened herself to the turtle from that fucking movie recently. What?
No, I don't. It's kind of straining me to lean over like that, and I don't know if my mug's gonna get in there.
Oh no, your mug's fine. Nah, just lean back.
My big old ugly mug.
Your mug is fine. I almost want to put it on the camera now just to show. It's like your mug isn't ugh, bro.
My ugg is mugly.
You're beautiful. Everybody.
I have to wear faux wool-lined girl shoes on my face to go outside.
What?
My ugg is mugly.
So while we're discussing this character, I'm also going to sign these for my editor, and I'll be sending them out tomorrow. So you'll get it, Elizabeth. You'll get it. Also, I do need to point out there may be spoilers to Neo Tokyo Unit 13 in this discussion. But for the most part, it's stuff that you can find on my... If you're an e-sleuth good enough, you've probably already found my websites and the little free bullshit I do on the side. Where I have all my... What?
Oh, no. I was gonna finish what you're saying.
I have all my role-playing bullshit there. Whether it be Postal or even Neo Tokyo the RP.
Yeah.
Unit 13. So there's that too, and including I'm going to be combining the two so I can have those rules ready for when we finally get back to doing the second half of Unit 13.
That's going to be beautiful. I can feel a woman again.
The return of Alita. But
yeah, dude is going to make me feel like a woman.
There's a saying. Don't forget that it doesn't matter how manly you are. If you look good in a skirt and you get with me, you'll feel like a woman by the morning anyway.
Oh god. Well, consider her lineage, man.
I can't do it. Oh god, upside down heart, whatever. I can't do it from that angle. That is so weird. No, I was trying to do the heart thing. Yeah, there you go. Am I even doing it right? Probably not. Oh, there we go. So that's enough hearts. That's it. I'm gonna make you feel like a woman. Oh, that is a heart. Yeah. So anyway, continuing on.
Or if you want the funky heart.
So. So this is based around two characters that we're going to be talking about here. Let's
you might as well get to signing while we're talking.
Exactly, that's what I'm doing. So yeah. I'll put these away in a few. So
are these actually going to be like specifically autographed to people, or just signed by the author special edition?
Well, one of each of these is going to be the special edition to her straight up. The other two will just bear my name only.
No.
And it is a pretty cool. Check it out. I love this signature. I practiced this. Oh wait. Get it more right here.
Yeah.
I do love this signature. I have practiced this signature.
Do you want me to adjust this? Are you
this is fine.
craning around like a cripple?
I'm not craning around like a cripple. Shut up. Here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go bandana.
Oh! He squiggled!
Look at that squiggle.
Oh,
Isn't that cool, baby?
that is celebrity level squiggle right
But not only
there.
that, but I like how I got the T. It like forms the entire signature right there. You know what I mean? Cha-ching! So first and foremost, Harkonnen. Now we've already talked about Kegro Magefang. He's a dark god of Mercantile. He's the son of a dark goddess whose name will be changed later on.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
A dark dragon goddess of evil. Let's not forget.
Yeah.
But he does have
His mom's a nasty bitch.
Yeah, she's a nasty bitch. He does have his own agenda, though. Let's not forget. Outside of hers, even though he is forced to be the herald of her, kind of like the Silver Surfer.
Well, even before he came into the Neo Tokyo, he had actually broken off from that. That's part of what brought her with him, was her resentment to get him back. But following him through his another shortcut, she went from being that one to what we have now in Neo Tokyo.
Well, Neo Tokyo Unit 13. Let's always never forget Neo Tokyo the RP and the books later on, Unit 13, because there's at least 2 other Neo Tokyos that may not, 3, that may not be
okay, the one I remember, so, U13.
Okay, there you go. U13. Stalingrad, U13. So, with that stated, so that's Kegro Magefang in a nutshell. He's, half part drow, part dragon?
He's, due to his heritage being, he was actually created as a test project just because she wanted to see if it would work. So she literally enslaved a drow male and, did what she wanted with him. And when she was done, she killed him off and ate him,
Killed him off and ate him.
And she got Kegro and pretty much kept him in a state of mindfuckery so he would do what she wanted. And through the torment of his sibling dragons, he snapped out of it from the resentment of them. I mean, there's a bunch of psychology about it. It's kind of anti-Oedipal.
Anti-edible?
Oedipal.
Edible, yeah, edible complex.
Where instead of wanting to be with his mother, he wants to eliminate every aspect of her in his life.
Sorry, my mouth.
You rag on me about that, and then
my face got into it. My mug got my Ugg mug got into it. It's okay. Hey, no, you know what? It's I can't say that I'm black and beautiful, but I'm at least brown and pretty. So
yeah, you got the middle ground.
I got the mutton chops, baby. The mutton chops, and I didn't shave today, so
I'm just a freaking.
You're good. Shut up. You're like an Irish. You're like an Irish rugged version of me. It's good,
yeah,
bro.
I'm an Irish hairless.
For those of you who don't know, he's actually part of a pair. You have the bearded or you have bearded elf and hairless dwarf.
Yeah, I'm the hairless dwarf.
He's the hairless dwarf.
Yeah,
but you don't fuck with the ogre,
13,
though, man.
13 livers and booze hole.
But you don't fuck with the ogre. You want to know why? Because what was it? The shocker, the spocker, the pleaser, the
wait. All right, we gotta do this right.
All right, do it. Show it.